Hello everyone. This is the screencast for the first homework for provisioning of servers. The two service providers that I have chosen are Amazon AWS and DigitalOcean. We would first begin with the configuration management for building the repository. These are the steps that you need to follow. The first step is to clone the repository which contains this repository which contains the code for setting up or provisioning the servers. The next step is to set up all the dependencies required so that this code can run successfully. As we can see, we have a package.json file present in this folder which contains a list of all the dependencies. We can see the contents of the package.json. These are the dependencies that are required for the code to run successfully. Now if we run npm install, it sets up all those dependencies so that your project can run successfully. It takes about a minute to do so. Now you can see that there is a node modules folder present inside over here, which contains the files that are required for all of these dependencies. Moving forward to the actual code that is required for provisioning the servers. This is the code that is required for provisioning a server on Amazon AWS. In order for this code to run successfully, you need to set up two environmental variables, AWS access key ID and AWS secret key, which you can obtain from your Amazon AWS console. After setting these two environment variables, you need to create a public key file known as aws.pub using SSH keygen and place this public key file inside the folder containing this code. Once these environment variables are set and the public key file is present, the code is now ready to provision a server on your behalf. So if we now run this code, it begins the process of creating the instance, as we can see on our EC2 management console. Now this is the new server that it is beginning to provision, and it takes certain amount of time to actually start. Now that we can see that it is running. Now the code prints out the IP address for the server. We can see that this is the same IP address that is written over here for the newly created server. Now we would move on to DigitalOcean. For DigitalOcean, what we require for the code to run is to set up an environmental variable known as digtoken. This token contains the API token that is provided by your DigitalOcean on your DigitalOcean account, which you can use to create a droplet on DigitalOcean. Now when we run this code, we can go and see in the DigitalOcean's console that a droplet begins. The process of creating the droplet starts. As you can see, a droplet is being created for you with the details that you provided. Similarly, at the same time, this code also prints out the IP address of the newly created droplet for you. Now we will check whether it's the same IP address of the droplet that got created over here. As we can see, the IP address is the same that the code has printed out. So the code has printed out the correct IP address for us. In this way, we can configure our repository to set up all the dependencies, and once all the environment variables are set up properly as per the steps given in the readme file of the repository, we can run the code for setting up or provisioning servers and have the servers provisioned for us. Thank you.